Shanti. Om Shanti. Today we have Sakar Baba's version, 26 December 2024. Baba says, worldly people have knowledge, they go up to the moon, but still there is the darkness of ignorance. Because they cannot give the knowledge of becoming pure from impure. Shiv Baba gives you knowledge, he gives you the third divine eye, and therefore there will be the thoughts of establishment in his intellect, and the worldly people will have the thoughts of destruction. Baba says in the golden age, deities are human beings, but they are with divine virtues. But in the iron age, there are the devilish traits in human beings. Here nobody can call themselves as deities because there are bad traits, and they call themselves as Hindus. Shiv Baba is the living seed of the human world tree. He has the knowledge of the beginning, the middle and the end of world drama. He is knowledgeful in the ocean of knowledge. Baba comes and gives you the complete knowledge of the world. The non-living seed cannot have the knowledge of the tree. Baba says, sweet children, you are now studying to become pure from impure. You are now studying to become pure from impure. You have to study this and also teach others. You are now studying to become pure from impure. You have to study this and also teach others. Question: by having which knowledge are people of the world still in the darkness of ignorance? Answer: the knowledge of Maya, with which destruction takes place. People go to the moon, they have a great deal of that knowledge. They go up to moon, they are also trying to go towards sun. They have a great deal of that knowledge. But no one has this knowledge of the new world and the old world. They are all in the darkness of ignorance. Without the third eye of knowledge, they are all blind. Each of you is now being given a third eye of knowledge. You knowledgeful children know that they only have thoughts of destruction in their brains. Whereas you constantly have thoughts of establishment in your intellects. We have the thoughts of establishment of the golden age. This is our planning. But their planning is how to have a refined weapons and armaments. Om Shanti. The Father explains through this body. This one is called a human being. There is a soul in this one. The body is non-living. The soul is a living. There is a soul in this one. and I come and sit in him. First of all, this should be made firm. In the body of Brahma, Shubhava comes, and this should be very firm. This one is called Dada, and both together are called Bab Dada. You children should have this faith very firmly. You have to churn this knowledge with this faith. The Father himself says that he enters the body of this one when he is in the last of his many births. It has been explained to you children that this is the knowledge of the most elevated Gita, the jewel of all scriptures. Shubhava gives knowledge, and that is the true Gita knowledge. Srimad means elevated directions. The most elevated directions are given by the one God. And it is by following his elevated directions that you become deities. More than the elevated directions of Shubhava, there can be of anyone else. The Father himself says, I come when you have become impure by following corrupt directions. You also have to understand the meaning of changing from humans into deities. The Father comes to change vicious human beings into voiceless deities. The deities of the Golden Age are still human beings, but they have divine virtues. Everyone in the Iron Age now has devilish traits. The whole world is a human world. But here you have godly intellects, whereas they have devilish intellects. Here you have this knowledge, and there they have devotion. The Golden Age is the day of Brahma. Now it is the devotion. This knowledge and the devotion are separate from each other. There are so many books of devotion, but only one book of this knowledge. Which one? Gita. There can only be one book of the one ocean of knowledge. Everyone else who establishes a religion only has one book, which is called their religious book. There are the Bibles of Christian, Islam's Quran. They have only one religious book. The first religious book is the Gita. The first religion is the original, eternal deity religion, not the Hindu religion. People think that the Hindu religion was established through the Gita. They do not know about the original eternal religion of the deity's book. And they then say that Krishna gave the knowledge of the Gita. When did he give it? They would say from time immemorial. The versions spoken by God Shiva are not mentioned in any of the other scriptures. You now understand that it is with the knowledge of this Gita that the Father teaches us how human beings became deities. This is called the ancient Raj Yoga of Bharat. It is this Gita that says lust is the greatest enemy, and it was that enemy that defeated you. The Father enables you to conquer that vice and thereby conquer the world and become the masters of the world. The Father enables you to conquer that vice and thereby conquer the world and become the masters of the world. The unlimited Father sits here and explains through this one. Shiva Baba is the Father of all souls, whereas this one is the unlimited Father of all human beings. The name is Prajapita Brahma. When you ask people the name of Brahma's father, they become confused. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar must surely have a father. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are shown as the deities in the subtle region. Shiva is shown above them. Who is the creator of Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar? It is Shiva. You children know that souls, the children of Shiva Baba, adopt bodies. Shiva Baba adopts bodies, whereas he remains constantly the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The soul says through the body, Supreme Father. This is such an easy aspect to understand. This is called the study of Alpha and Beta. Who is teaching you? Who gave the knowledge of the Gita? Shri Krishna cannot be called God because he is a bodily being. No bodily being can be called God. Shri Krishna has a crown, whereas Shiva is incorporeal. Shiva is incorporeal and has no crown. He alone is the ocean of knowledge. The Father is the seed, the living being. You two are living beings. You know the beginning, the middle and the end of all the trees. Although you are not gardeners, you can understand how seeds are sown and how trees emerge from them. We sow the seed in the land, that is the non-living seed, and this is the living seed. Souls are said to be living. Souls are said to be living. Only you souls have this knowledge. No other souls can have this knowledge. Therefore, the Father is the living seed of the human world tree. This is the living creation. All of those seeds are non-living. Non-living seeds can't have any knowledge in them. That one is the living seed who has all of the knowledge of the whole world. He has all of the knowledge of the creation, the sustenance, and the destruction of the whole tree. How the new tree then emerges is incognito. The Father comes in an incognito way and also gives you the knowledge in an incognito way. You know that the sapling is now being planted. At present, everyone has become impure. Acha, who emerges as the first leaf of the tree? Who emerges as the first leaf of the tree? Shri Krishna is the first leaf of the golden age. Lakshmi and Narayan would not be called that. Why Lakshmi and Narayan would not be called? A new leaf is small and then it grows. The new leaf is the Shri Krishna. So there is so much praise of this living seed. Other leaves also emerge, but the praise gradually decreases. You are now becoming deities. The main thing is that we have to imbibe divine virtues. We have to become like Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan. There are their images too. If these images didn't exist, how could you keep this knowledge in your intellects? Baba says, how could you keep this knowledge in your intellects without the images? These pictures are very useful. These pictures are worshipped on the path of devotion, whereas you on the path of this knowledge take from these pictures the knowledge of how you have to become like them. You worship Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan and the deities, and you now have the understanding that you have to become like them. On the path of devotion, you would never think that you have to become like them. You may worship the deities, but you don't know that you have to become like them. So many temples are built on the path of devotion. To whom are the most temples built? Shiv Babas. They would definitely be to Shiv Baba. There is Shiv Baba's temple in every village. Then after him, they would be to his creation. The first creation are Lakshmi and Narayan. After Shiva, they are worshipped the most. Your mothers who give this knowledge are not worshipped. In this Brahmin life, you are not worshipped. You are now studying. It is when you have finished studying and have no further need of this education, that you will then be worshipped. You are now becoming deities. The Father will not come in the golden age to teach you. Such an education doesn't exist there. This study is for making impure ones pure. You know that the one who makes you as pure as them is worshipped first, and that you are then worshipped number-wise. We first begin with the devotion of Shiv Baba, then number-wise there will be the worshipping of the deities. And you later worship the 5 elements, means to worship impure bodies. We will worship the 5 elements. To worship the 5 elements means to worship impure bodies. Also will worship the gurus. Your intellects have the knowledge that there was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan over the whole world. How and when did those deities attain their kingdom? None of them knows this. They say hundreds of thousands of years ago. Anything of hundreds of thousands of years couldn't sit in anyone's intellect. Therefore, they say that it has continued from time immemorial. You now understand that many who belong to the deity religion have been converted to other religions. Those who live in Bharat call themselves Hindus. Those who have been converted to other religion, they have belonged to that religion. But those who live in Bharat call themselves Hindus because once they become impure, they don't feel it is right to call themselves deities. However, people don't have any of this knowledge. They give themselves titles even higher than those of the deities. Although they worship the idols of the pure deities and bow down to them, they don't consider themselves to be impure. In Bharat especially, they bow down to Kumaris so much. They do not bow down to Kumars. Kumaris are worshipped at the time of Navratri. They bow down to females more than males because the mothers are given the nectar of knowledge first at this time. The one who becomes instrument in Baba's service is the mothers. Wherever you may go, the majority will be the mothers in the centers. Baba has given the nectar of knowledge on the mothers, and therefore you have to definitely clap hands. And therefore Baba says, Shaktis are worshipped the most. You also understand that this Brahma Baba is the great river of this knowledge. He is the river of this knowledge and also a male. Brahma Baba is the big mother. The Brahmaputra river is the longest river and it emerges into the ocean at Calcutta. The Mela takes place there. However, they do not know that this is the meeting of the Supreme Soul with all souls. The memorial is made of when the souls meet the Supreme Soul and therefore they go to the Kumbh Mela. That river of water is called the Brahmaputra because they call Brahm God. They believe the Brahmaputra river to be pure. In fact, Baba says, the meeting here is of the ocean and the river Brahma, through whom adoption takes place and is not female. These are very deep matters that have to be understood. They will then disappear. This knowledge will not be there in the golden age. Later, human beings create scriptures on the basis of these things. At first, they had handwritten scrolls, and later they had very large books printed. They used to have handwritten scriptures. Then later they had very large books printed. They didn't have any Sanskrit verses. This is a very easy matter. I teach you Raj Yoga through this one. Then this world will be destroyed. And none of those scriptures will remain. Those scriptures will be created again on the path of devotion. People think that the scriptures have continued from the beginning of time. Baba says that nothing runs from time immemorial. That is called the darkness of ignorance. The Father is now teaching you children through which you come into the light. Everyone in the golden age belongs to the pure family path. In the iron age, they belong to the impure family path. In the golden age, there was pure family path. Now in the iron age, it is the impure family path. This is according to the drama. Later on, there is the path of isolation, and that is also called the religion of renunciation, because they go and reside in the forest. That is a limited renunciation. They still live in this old world. You are now going to a new world. Each of you have received a third eye of knowledge from the Father, and so you are becoming knowledgeful. Baba has given you the knowledge of the three worlds and the three aspects of time. There can be no knowledge greater than this. In the world outside, that knowledge is of Maya, through which your destruction takes place. Those people go and do research on the moon. That is nothing new for you. All of it is the pomp of Maya. They show off a great deal and go to great lengths. They go to deepness to show some wonders. They also have the competition of the countries as who has to go first. by showing great wonders. By showing great wonders, they create a loss. They only have thoughts of destruction in their brains. Just look what they continue to make. They are having many weapons for destruction. Those who make such things know that the world will be destroyed by them. They continue to test everything. They have the rehearsal of war. It is said, while the two cats were fighting, the third one ate the butter. This story is very short, but the play is very long. We know about the story. While the two cats were fighting, the third one ate the butter. Their names are glorified. Destruction is destined to take place through them. Someone has to become the instrument for that. The Christians believe that paradise did exist. 3,000 years before Christ, there was paradise, but they themselves didn't exist at that time, nor did those of Islam or the Buddhist. Nevertheless, the Christians have better understanding. The people of Bharat say that the deity religion existed hundreds of thousands of years ago. So they are Buddhas. The Father only comes in Bharat and makes those who are the most senseless into the most sensible ones. However, that is only when you remember Him. Baba explains everything to you so easily. Remember me, and your intellects will become golden vessels, and you will be able to imbibe this knowledge very well. When you remember Baba, intellect will become pure, it will become a golden vessel. Only by staying on this pilgrimage of remembrance, your sins be cut away. When you don't listen to these Murlis, if you don't listen to the Murlis, the knowledge will disappear from your intellects. Because the Father is merciful, He tells you ways to uplift yourselves. He will continue to teach you until the end. Acha, today is the day of offering Bhog. Today is the day of Sadguru. We will offer Bhog to Baba. Just offer Bhog and quickly come back. Baba is speaking to the trance messenger to go to paradise and have visions of the deities is useless, because sometimes Maya interferes. You need a very deep and refined intellect to understand this. The Father says through this chariot, remember me. I alone am the purifier, your Father. The expression, I eat with you, I sit with you, applies to this time. How could this take place up there? With our body, we do all actions here. We perform all actions. We remember Baba. So how can we, like I eat with you, I sit with you, up there? Acha, to you sweetest beloved long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you spiritual children. We spiritual children's love, remembrance, good morning, Namaste to our spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. The father enters this Dada and gives you the knowledge of the Gita in order to change you from human beings into deities. That is, from vicious humans into viceless humans. Therefore, constantly move along with this faith, follow Srimad and become elevated and virtuous. Constantly move along with this faith, follow Srimad and become elevated and virtuous. Secondly, make your intellect into a golden vessel with a pilgrimage of remembrance. Constantly keep this knowledge in your intellect. For this, you must definitely listen to and study each Murli. Because of any reason you can't listen to the Murli, you definitely should read the Murli. Murli should never be missed. Blessing. May you be a constant yogi and conquer Maya by remaining aware of your position. May you be a constant yogi and conquer Maya by remaining aware of your position. Those who have a worldly position never forget their position. Maybe a minister, IAS, or anybody. Baba says they don't forget their worldly position. In the same way, your position is that of a Master Almighty Authority, and all other titles that Baba has given you. Keep this in your awareness at all times. Every day at Amrit Vela, let this emerge. And you will become a constant yogi and thereby receive help throughout the day. At Amrit Vela, you set one position, and in between and throughout the day, you become aware of that. Then Maya cannot come in front of those who are Master Almighty authorities. If you are not in your position, Maya will then oppose you. Those who will sit on the seat, their orders will be obeyed, otherwise not. When this awareness of your highest position remains stable, it will be easy for you to conquer Maya, the ant. When you stable yourself in the highest position, then it will be easy for you to conquer Maya. Slogan. Those who make the being the soul elevated are true effort makers. Those who make the being the soul elevated are true effort makers. Today is Avyakta signal. The sign of elevated actions is for the self to remain content and for others to remain content. The sign of elevated actions is for the self to remain content and for others to remain content. It shouldn't be, I am content regardless of whether others are content or not. Those with a yogi life definitely influence others. Those with a yogi life definitely influence others. If someone is discontent with the self, or if others are discontent with someone, then understand that there is something lacking in being yogi-yukt. If someone is discontent with the self, or if others are discontent with someone, then understand that there is something lacking in being yogi-yukt. Om Shanti. All those who have come for service, today in the evening you will be having the class. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. meditation, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Brother Nitin will give class and will share the experience of being with the Baba. Shanti Vanivasis and BK colonies will be having meditation in the meeting hall between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. BK colony, Shumani home and nursing college, trauma hospital, there is an information. Like always, there will be but in one group in Mansarovar from 1st January to 4th January. There will be no second group. If anybody has noted down their name in second group, or even now, if anybody has given the name for the bhatti, until 27 December, you can get your name noted down in the accommodation department. Now we will all offer Bhog to Bab Dada. We have to accumulate the account of charity, and Baba gives many chances for this, and all the Sevadaris who have come and the teachers who have got your service today, and from today you have to begin your service, and after you finish your service, by evening you have to come and join the class. The class will be in the Diamond Hall. Om Shanti. reached the subtle world to offer bhog to Baba. As I went very close to Baba, I went and I gave Baba the love and remembrance of all the souls and while giving remembrance, Baba emerged a scene, and that was the scene of the diamond hall. Baba said, in the world, all the worldly people, they are having preparations for Ganges, bathing, and they do it according to their time. Some regularly take a dip in Ganges, and Baba emerged the scene of the diamond hall to you children. Baba said this diamond hall is like an ocean. When many Baba's children, when they reach from different places here, the Father, the ocean of knowledge, the children also, the Master Ocean of knowledge, experience this the same. And when there are very few children, Baba looks at the scene sitting up above. Baba said, even in the world outside, there is the importance of the Ganges ocean. According to the time, according to the day, there will be much flow of water, and sometimes there will be less flow of water. But here Baba said, when you children come to Baba, you come here to fill yourself, to make yourself complete. Baba said, there they will take a dip once. But here Baba's children daily take the bath of knowledge, maybe once or twice in a year. Baba's children come here. But even at the centers, the one who has the bath of knowledge, the one who listens to Baba's Murli, have yoga, have tapasya. Baba said this is the true kumbh or ocean, in which ocean you children take dip, you become pure from impure. Baba added that only you children can understand the secret of this, and according to the time you can have the contrast of it and explain to others. The Ganges water and the ocean of knowledge, the difference between the both, you can explain to others. You get the chance of doing service. And therefore Baba looks at you children as when there will be the gathering of the children in the diamond hall, is filled with a zeal and enthusiasm, and accordingly they will go back to their respective places, and the group becomes small. So Baba was showing the scene. I had already kept a bog in front of Baba. Baba accepted the bog with a lot of love, and there was special remembrance of other souls. I gave it to Baba. Baba also gave the love and remembrance to such souls. I took Baba's love and remembrance and I came down. Om Shanti.